All right, guys, we're back with top 4 Edison format, Epic Cards and Games. We got Steven on the left playing Blackwings and Los on the right playing Vayu Turbo. So this is Steven's first time back on the channel in a long time. He's only won once on the channel, which happened to be the very first tournament. And Los, he's been in the channel a bunch. He's been in the finals. Me and him have been in the finals the most. And right lately, he's been on a hot streak, and you can see why here. He mills Vayu, and Vayu offered the charge. He mills Greffer, Vayu, and Solemn Judgment. I see people complain all the time about this, but to me, you just gotta deal with it. It's gonna happen. Like sometimes you play against Vayu, they're gonna mill Necro, they're gonna mill Vayu, they're gonna mill Sirocco when they need it. It just happens. I don't really complain what happened. I just kind of like, yeah. I mean, when I play the deck and it happens for me, I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna happen sometimes. I know because when I used to play Burning Abyss back in 2014, and it would happen with BA. They would mill Graf, Seer, Skarm at times. And when it happens with Lightsworn too, they mill Wolf. Okay, so here, Lowe's deprisons Deborah and not the Shura, which I guess is because he's going to set Raikou and maybe pop the Shura. That's the only reason he would do this, I think. He doesn't want to take the piercing damage, which is understandable against... You kind of don't want to take those hits against Blackwings. The only argument I can make in popping and deprisoning the Shura is because maybe you want to Raikou the back row. That's like the only argument I can see. But Los has played this matchup enough. Maybe he realizes I need to get rid of his monsters, which is a good argument. I've only recently started playing Vayu Turbo, so I'm not like the best with that deck. But Los has played it forever, so I'll trust his judgment there. And obviously he's been dominating the locals. Okay. So let's see. What's he going to banish with Allure? Dark Arm. So that's a lot of power cards gone for Los. Chaos Sorcerer gone. Gore's gone and Dark Armed. So Steven could, even though he's getting Reapered here, he could potentially come back just because all of Los's power cards are gone. The only thing that's left is like Burial and Return. So another thing I want to bring up about this top 4. If this was the largest Edison, I think this was the largest Edison tournament we've had at my locals, and the 2 top 4 decks were 2 Vayu Turbo and 2 Blackwings, so it's gonna be the other matchup is Vayu Turbo versus Blackwings as well. But I only got this one on camera. And the reason I chose this one is because these two were actually arguing. The whole reason Steven came back to our local Epic Cards and Games because Los was talking trash to him, and Steven was like, "Okay, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna win." And he came close. So here, Los waits to oppress the Blizzard. I think it's because he's playing around Icarus attack. That's why he waited for the Brio. I'm surprised Steven didn't attack first, though. Maybe he's scared of Deep Prison. Like I said, I don't know what his back row is. We'll find out. So Los gets another card off of Reaper. Okay, 6 hits the last one, which is Vayu. So now Vayu and Sirocco's alive. So Steven's got 3 cards to Los' 6. So Los is in a really good spot. Even though technically Steven's got 4, but I think Los has a Vayu and a Sirocco in there, so they're even in cards there. And he sets a monster. If that's a Raikou, I think this game, Steven needs an out to that oppression. Like, yeah, you have Vayu Sirocco here, but... Okay, he brings out the Armed Wing. So here, it's like, it's Deep Prison. There's like just no way it's not Deep Prison. And Los is definitely going to Deep Prison that because it's another monster he can't use for Vayu. Alright, so now Steven has to prison the Reaper, which I don't think he should have. I think the card in his hand is Dark Arm. So maybe he was better off just letting loose. Like, you can't, I guess... If that is Dark Arm, maybe he's hoping to draw MST and hoping that the Dark Arm will put him back in the game. So maybe he's correct there, deprisoning the Spirit Reaper, but maybe not. What if you don't draw an out? What are his outs to oppression? Like Icarus, MST, Heavy. He's got like 5 outs. And that's assuming he plays 3 Icarus. I've played 2 in the past, so... I know some people think I'm crazy. I've just experimented with only 2 Icarus because I hated drawing 2 of them. All right, so Los is getting aggressive. And here comes the bottomless. I mean, Los is in a commanding position. I mean, he's got a bunch of cards and oppression down. So what can Steven draw? He draws Blizzard is dead. He needs to draw Icarus attack. I think that or like Heavy Storm. This is not bad. So let's see. Does Steven play 2 Vayu? Some people play 2, some people play 1. In the turbo version, the hybrid Blackwing deck, they play 3. Which I thought that deck was good, but it's so inconsistent. I don't know about that deck. I've tried it. Okay, so he attacks into Necrogarna with Gale. Steven needs Kalute. But if Los has Caius, this might be it. Okay, so he brains. Either or works. This is interesting. What Los is about to do. So he brains the Shura. So he can. I think at this point Los knows he doesn't have Icarus. Caius too? Oh no, Sirocco. Oh, this plays around Kalute. Yeah. So now now he can't even Kalute over the Shura. I'm guessing Steven's back row is like Starlight Road. It's not MST, it's not Icarus, it's not Bottomless, it's not Depriz, it's not Torrential, it's not Mirror Force. It's either or it could be his own oppression. It's either Starlight Road or his own oppression. And now he's going to synchro with Steven's. And he oppresses. But now Steven's at 14, so Steven needs to draw like his own Sirocco is not a bad draw, but if Los has anything to stop an attack, it doesn't matter. Let's see, he drew Kalute. What's the last card? He has a spell in hand. I think it's Whirlwind. Okay, so he sets. All right, let's see. Los has got 2 cards in hand. Normal Gale. Attacks into Kalute. And then attacks with Gale. Makes Stardust. So he's got Stardust, Suppression, and 2 back rows. So, yeah, I don't see how Steven gets out of this. And you just gave him another 1,000 life points. 3 back rows. So, the only thing that saves Steven here is Compulse, Deep Prison. Oh, he still has a Vayu, yeah. Steven, it's over, man. Yeah, Steven scoop. So Steven didn't show us his back rows. I think a few of them were bluffs. But anyway, let's get ready for game 2. So Los 1 win away from making another finals. The largest tournament we had at Epic Cards and Games so far for Edison. Except we had one big Switch tournament, but like a regular local. All right, so Steven starts off by setting 3. So I don't think Steven would set 3 without protection. So he has either Starlight Road or Solemn Judgment down there. Okay, Lo starts off by Card Trooper. Let's see if he mills the Vayu. Yep, there we go. That's crazy. So game 1, he milled Vayu with Charge, and then game 2, he milled Vayu with Trooper. But Steven had the Deep Prison. All right, so Steven sets probably Vayu. All right, Los normal summon Sirocco. And Steven mirror forces the Sirocco. What's he trying to protect? He has Bora. Oh, he said Shura. So he's trying to protect his Shura. And attacks. Okay, mirror forces. Chain Icarus. Chain MST. See, I knew. So I think maybe that was that the card he set turn 1, game 1? It might have been. So bribe. He Los mills Cyber Dragon and Charge. Does he grab Lila or Raikou? He grabs Raikou. Maybe he sided out the Lila. Okay, here comes Armed Wing. So Steven's checking his grave. Maybe checking for the amount of darks he has. Okay, so he prisons the armed wing. How many cards are on Los' hand? 2, 3, 4 cards. So Steven took a -1 from that MST. So he chooses to Icarus. Ooh, that was a good hit with the Icarus because I think that return would have came back to bite him. A lot of times that wins people games against Vayu. When they're like MST or I think I saw one time, I think it was my friend Donnell. He got saved by like MSTing a return because he was going to lose the very next turn. Or I think he didn't MST the return and he lost because I've seen both scenarios. Okay, so Los has got 3 cards. Tributes for Cyber Dragon and Steven Bottomlesses. All right, Steven's got 2 cards. Los is 2 and a Vayu in the grave. So what's life? 0.72 to 8,000. Yeah, he's got live Blizzard. I wonder how many darks. Maybe Los is asking how many darks are in there. This is a good matchup. You can see both players checking their opponent's graveyards. I also love Steven's mat. With that scapegoat mat, it's beautiful. I don't know where he got it from. So Los summons Armageddon Knight. What is he going to dump? Plague or Necro? Okay, so he chooses Sirocco. Now, does he play aggressively here? I think he should. But it's risky because then like Steven could draw into Sirocco. But I think maybe Los is trying to get him really low because he doesn't want Steven to top deck Blizzard or top deck anything that'll put him back in the game. But let's see. Also, Los has a back row, so maybe he could stop Ashura. Or not. No, he doesn't have a back row. Okay, so Steven has a... Oh, yeah, he's got Sirocco in hand. And he's got Bora and another card. Does he pump? Well, I think he has to pump, otherwise he can't deal with the armed wing. But you leave the Armageddon Knight on the field. I wonder what Steven's other... Okay, so luckily Los doesn't have much going for him. So Steven might come back. Oh, yeah, that Whirlwind. He top-decked the Whirlwind. Or the Shura. No, he top-decked the Whirlwind. So he had... His hand was Sirocco, Shura, Bora last turn. I'm surprised he didn't summon the Shura last turn instead of Sirocco. Would that have been better? And just attack over Armageddon and get something out, maybe? But it ended up working out because he top decked Whirlwind, so. So he pumps, and I think this is game. Yeah. So that's 3,000, 5,000, 68. So I think, and he halves the Armageddon Knight. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is game. All right, GG. So Steven, I think Los just drew too many normal summons. And then Steven top decked like the Whirlwind, so it sucks. All right, game 3. Who's going to make it to the finals? Los or Steven? All the bragging rights are on the line here. So Los sets. No dust shoot. Steven normal summons Sirocco. And Los mills Vayu again for the 3rd game in a row. But he did mill return and Dark Arm, but still. Man. 3 games in a row, first turn. All right, so Los sets, what he said, another Raikou or Vayu, Plague, Necro? Steven just summoning all these Siroccos. Special Bora. So Steven, it looks like he's playing aggressive. He wants to, force, like get Los low on life points. But Steven's playing Upstart. So I think when you play the Upstart version of Blackwings, maybe you don't play as aggressively. Or maybe he sided him out. It's possible. Okay, so it's Hamster. Okay. Does this change anything? I think the only thing it changes is that the Raikou's... Like, maybe he could get Kai'd or Los could synchro with the Raikou. So it does change some stuff since he decided to pump. So right away, he chains Icarus, and he gets dusted. Again, this happened game 1, too. Lowe's playing around Icarus. And I see you had Bribe. I don't think it really mattered much, but maybe Steven was better off waiting for Lowe's to flip. Did it change anything? Not really. All right. So special Cyber Dragon. Attack for 100 and then set 1. So yeah, Lowe's is up like 2 cards on Steven. And he's got a Vayu he hasn't used, so yeah, Steven needs to draw Whirlwind. What do you go for here? Goyo? Yeah, he goes for Goyo and the Prison. This is why I always go for Thought Ruler. With all these D prisons running around, Compulse, Brain Control. Thought Ruler is so good. Alright. I've been thinking like Colossal almost never comes up. The only time you make Colossal, I think, is when you play against like an absolute zero deck and then you bring out the Colossal in defense mode. That's like the only time. Or if you're going for game. Or you're playing around Honest, I guess. But Thought Ruler comes up so much. Alright. Let's see what Lowe's does. So he's Greffering again. Sirocco and Vayu. So Steven's got 3 cards. Snowman. I don't know about this. I don't like Snowman against Vayu, but I think maybe Steve, especially going second. But I think Steven just didn't know what to side in, so he just sided in Snowman. You're better off siding cards like Compulse, DD Crow. Oh man, Lowe's another Vayu mill. And this is why this deck wins all the tournaments. Because they just mill Vayu for free. And other decks can't do that. Alright, so Lowe's brings out Armwing. No Torrential, no Mirror Force. Bottomless. Alright, so he attacks for 17. Steven. How many cards? So Steven blind. Oh, wow. Oh, he does play Torrential. Steven. Oh, man. I guess he bottomless there. No, I think he should have Torrentialed right there. Kept your bottomless. But is Los's other Vayu not live? Is that why he did that? Maybe that's why he did it, but I think Steven's cooked. Especially if Los got another D prison. But you have to attack here. Oh yeah, another D prison. And Steven scoops. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Congrats to Los on another final appearance. So the final is going to be double Vayu Turbo. So Vayu Turbos beat both the Blackwings. And yeah, finals will be up tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye.